In defense of 7 out of 10 games, of the 7 out of 10 games, by Nakey Jakey, what a username. Alright, so I have an idea of what this video will be about.
I just spent 60 hours playing a game that I don't think is actually very good. Ghost Recon Wildlands was pretty universally seen as a 7 out of 10 back when it came out in 2017 out of 10. The writing is among the worst of any game I have ever played. The voice acting comes across as like a middle schooler's idea of what they think sounds cool and awesome.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this, I played a little bit of Wildlands back when I had Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah, I could kind of understand why some people did not enjoy it. I thought it was alright, but I understand why people didn't enjoy it as much as, you know, other games, but hey.
American interventionism power fantasy of hunting down a Bolivian drug cartel by blowing up tangos everywhere you go is problematic, to say the least. So why did I play this game so much? Because kids sometimes, at the end of the day, daddy doesn't always want the cautiously prepared 5-star Gordon Ramsay dinner, all right? Sometimes he wants Pizza Hut. It's critically mid comfort trap.
I just had Pizza Hut yesterday. It's pretty good for being a chain. I'll say that, you know, a lot better than Papa John's, I'll say. I know there's going to be some Papa John's fanatics in the comments of this that are going to flame me alive, but hey. So, yeah, I'll say this as well. You can have favorite, look, you know, not every game that's 10 stars is, you know, not 10, 5 stars, or, you know, friggin' 10 out of 10. Not every game like that has to be your favorite game, you know. Sometimes your favorite games can be, you know, 7 out of 10s, or, you know, 4 out of 10s, or whatever. It's up to what you enjoy, pretty much. You know, you can like what you like. You know, critics can critique how they like. Honestly, what matters is what you like, pretty much. Don't change anything for anybody. Stay classy. Stay you. You're beautiful. Moving on.
It might not be good for your brain, but spin me right round and call me dead or alive. Extreme beach ball, holy shit. Maybe I do like sports, dad, chumba, wumba, hubba hubba. But many of these critically deemed 7 out of 10s are often capable of scratching a specific itch. An itch that those esteemed 10 out of 10 hold forward while your character shimmies through a tight crack games just can't quite scratch. The only thing they scratching is that tight crack on their ass. The best.
To be fair, I did enjoy the original Uncharted trilogy, but I only beat like the second and the third game. I didn't beat the first game. I didn't beat Drake's Fortune, and I did not beat A Thief's End. So I only beat Among Thieves and Drake's Deception, essentially. So yeah, that is, you know, that is questionable for me, but hey, I really enjoyed those 2 games, you know. I thought 3 was like the best out of the trilogy. When it comes to Uncharted 4, I played freaking the first mission. I enjoyed it. I just never got the chance to beat the game because there were certain events that, you know, led me to not be able to beat the 4th game, but hey.
7 out of 10s might not always fully stick the landing, but hey, at least it's trying out some cool new trick. Don't worry about the haters, brother. I gotcha. 7s walk so that 10s can steal their mechanics later and win a bunch of awards. That's why 6 scare of 7, not because they not. Take the Just Cause series made by Avalanche Studios, you know, some real solid 7 out of 10 games. Do people like them because they're polished? Are you blind? Are you here right now? Is he stand up or is he in your chair right now? People love the physics-based sandbox of chaos and explosions and creativity and gliders and scratches chin, ponders. What's in like every game in the past 5 years? Perchance it's gliders, my lord. Wildlands is borderline race.
I enjoy Just Cause because, you know, you could frickin' swing from like a power line, just you know, reach the top of a friggin' mountain. That's why I enjoy Just Cause. Just Cause you could do that. I'll be here for, about like maybe 1 more hour.
Car most of the time, so that's pretty rough. But if you ignore all that stuff, it's also a gorgeous, massive sandbox of opportunity that grants you so much freedom in how you want to pursue your objectives, and you can play it with your friends. And surprise, surprise, it's made by the undisputed king of the 7 out of 10 open world game, Ubisoft. Who the fuck you calling soft, brother? You're the soft one. Matter of fact, you be making me soft with that fugly ass ball of yours. Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry. We often
I'll say this. I do enjoy The Division 2. And to an extent I enjoyed The Division 1. From what I played of Watch Dogs Legion, even though it's like critically panned, I did enjoy some parts of that game. Ubisoft can, release W's, but, with their more recent track record, they've just been taking massive L's. Unfortunate.
Give Ubisoft a bunch of crap for what they do, and yeah, honestly, we should. They do a lot of dumb shit. Ubisoft Connect can connect its
yeah. If I have to harp on, the 3 versions of the same freaking game. Oh god, I don't want to have to do that again. Let's just leave that. Let's just leave that to die in the past.
Foot to my ass. Wait, scratch that, reverse it. But the sheer amount of solid 7s and 8s that they consistently squat out that then go on to influence much better games is frankly astounding. Is the AI going to be smart? Am I going to be smart? I'll give you a hint. The answer is the same. Are the animations going to be polished? Does a bear shit in a Ubisoft outpost? No. Well, sometimes they do. There are bears in Far Cry. Scratch that. Yeah. Reverse it. Is your companion going to ask you to take the vehicle off of sweet jumps even when it's a helicopter? I don't know. Let's ask one of our genius tango operators over here.
This ride ain't all bad.
Shit, give me a beer and I'll pretend we're back home off the coast of Myrtle Beach.
You still think you're 22 or something?
Nah, I'm just looking to hook up with 22-year-olds.
What do you... No,
God, that's... I get what he means by, the dialogue. That was so painful. I want to scratch my eardrums out with sandpaper after hearing that. God, Jesus Christ.
Line about the fucking jumps, you creep. But now let's compare a Ubisoft open world to a 10 out of 10 open world like GTA 5. Can you tackle objectives however you want? I'll give you a hint. No. The answer is no. But is it way more detailed and polished and generally functional? Yes. And it's also way more...
Yeah, aesthetics are like... People just care a lot more about aesthetics is what I'm getting at. God, like... it doesn't matter how you get to it doesn't matter if they give you a certain way to complete your objective, or if they give you multiple avenues to do that. What matters to a lot of people is how did that world look, though? Does it have anti-aliasing? Does it, does it have ray tracing? Honestly, that's what people care about nowadays. It's tragic, man.
Accessible to a mass audience because, like many other prestige 10 out of 10 games, it practically plays itself. And people go, whoa, this is just like a movie. I get to hold forward and lock on to dudes. This definitely isn't just ripping off Michael Mann's Heat 10 out of 10. Obviously, Ubisoft's quality standard is vastly inferior. That's not my point. Most people are going to enjoy GTA 5 as a product way more, and justifiably so. But I guess my dumbass point is that a critic score does not always tell the full story of exactly what an...
Yeah, also keep in mind, Rockstar, from my understanding, I could be completely wrong about this, Rockstar, from my understanding, is a much bigger studio than Ubisoft. Like, they have a lot more resources to work with. Because Rockstar is owned by Take-Two, and, Take-Two also owns 2K and a few other studios. So yeah, they're freaking loaded. Hey, how's it going? Hey... I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. I'm so bad with names. I apologize. How you doing, man? We're watching this video by Nakey Jakey, in defense of the 7 out of 10 games. And yeah. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I'm just terrible with names.
Experience entails and what might appeal to you and all.
I'm mispronounced. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Oh.
Also, in Heat, God. Al Pacino says, great ass! In summary, Nakey Jakey's in defense of the 7 out of 10 games has a couple interesting points that are sadly buried underneath a wealth of poop and fart jokes. A 7 out of 10. Hi, I'm...
I found that funny. I'm a child.
Jakey, and Jakey. Thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. My attention span is fucked. I need multiple screens in front of my eyes at all times so I can keep the darkness away. But anytime my current browser is open during my gaming time, my gaming performance is awful. But not with Opera GX. GX Control lets you limit the amount of CPU or RAM that your browser gets to use during your gamer time.
Yep, I saw Arcane in the title. Did you see the other animated stuff? Netflix show? No, I didn't. I only focused on Arcane because yeah. Like, what else did they show? Also, I'm currently using Opera GX right now. Yes, sir. To be honest, I think it was critical that actually... Well, yeah, it was Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero, that got me to use Opera GX. So, big shout out to him. But I only saw the Arcane stuff from Netflix. I didn't really pay attention much. I mean, there's another movie coming out in like 12 hours named Ultraman Rising. I'll check that out. I'll check that out maybe after stream, because like after this I'm gonna end stream, so I may check that out. I'll keep that in mind. I just gotta give me a sec. I'm actually gonna write that down. Give me a sec. I need to keep this in my things in my notes so I don't remember. I have a goldfish memory. Alright. Got it saved. Got it down. So, I'll be sure to give that a look-see. Alright, let's continue on.
Just look at how much nicer Opera GX is to your CPU and RAM versus the other guy. I hate when my browser is boring and looks like this. Opera GX has the GX store, which has GX mods. Like there's so many wacky kooky mods, including the official Nakey Jakey one, that has its own background music, keyboard sounds, opening and closing of tab sounds, theme and colors of the browser.
Yeah, I didn't really mess around with my sound effects and whatnot. I just kind of kept everything how it is. They also released a lot of previews for it too. Just cutesy stuff. Yeah, I'll be sure to give that a look after stream.
Dedicated wallpaper? You can also disable and enable individual mods on the mods menu located on the sidebar. Opera GX also has a quick import tool that lets you quickly import all of your stuff from your previous browser, like browsing history, bookmarks, and cookies, on over to Opera GX.
Yeah, I forgot to bring over all my passwords, and there are some accounts that I just can't get back into because I just didn't friggin' I just didn't make sure to bring over my passwords. So yeah, kind of shot myself in the foot with that. It's funny Opera GX sponsor after stuff they got exposed for, allegedly. I don't really know. Like, what I do know is like they got in a bit of hot water for like, because YouTube right now is trying to roll out something where it actually is an anti-ad block measure. So I think it could, like, what you could be talking about is like completely different, but that's what I remember for Opera GX. very recently.
It's also compatible with every Google Chrome extension, much like my ex-wife is apparently compatible with everyone except me. Use my special link down.
I'm sorry about that, Jakey. I'm sorry about that one. It's just they're allegedly spying on us, but difference is that they're giving data to China. Yeah, same thing is said about TikTok, but I don't know. I don't like getting into that kind of stuff because you know, I don't want to get on the CCP's radar. I probably already am because I've used TikTok like since like 2020. So they probably have my home address and they probably know every single thing about me, but we'll see Ace's face on Chinese websites soon. Oh no. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. Probably gonna happen to like everybody.
Down below to download Opera GX today. In summary, this transition back to the main part of the video was pretty smooth, but ultimately plagued by my untimely divorce. A heartbreak out of 10.
Oh my god. I know it's just jokes, but God, I wish I want an auction for it, of course. Good. Please don't. I don't need my real data being leaked. My real information. Oh my god.
Take Middle-earth: Shadow of War. Most critics reviewed this game lower than the first one, with a lot of 7 out of 10s. But ask anyone who's played both games, and they'll likely tell you how much better of a game Shadow of War is. This Metacritic score may as well be ancient hieroglyphics to them, and they are not Tomb Raider, Crody. They cannot read that. The Nemesis system.
I have not heard a lot. I mean, I know it's a game. I know, obviously I know it's a game. I haven't played the Middle-earth games, just saying. I've heard good things about, you know, both of them, but I don't know. Bro hasn't heard a lot for real. Yeah. I haven't really heard a lot.
Games, and they'll likely tell you how much better of a game Shadow of War is. This Metacritic score may as well be ancient hieroglyphics to them, and they are not Tomb Raider, Crody. They cannot read that. The Nemesis system is vastly superior in Shadow of War, which I think alone makes it a much more worthwhile experience to spend your limited precious gamer hours on before you inevitably die. But also, take this all with the fattest grain of salt, because this is all coming from a guy that typically does not give a shit about most video game stories. And the reason for that, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. Haha, LOL, remember that one? In my personal experience, I think a lot of, especially...
What happens to just let us enjoy what we play and not have others be affected by game? Exactly. This is what I was initially saying before I started the video. Actually, no. I think it was like during the beginning of the video when I said this. Like, your favorite games don't have to be 10 out of 10 masterpieces. Like, according to IGN, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't really trust IGN with a lot of the reviews. I'm gonna keep that a stack solid with you. I don't trust IGN like 85% of the time. Because honestly, you wanna know what one of my favorite games is? I actually just said this. One of my favorite games is The Division 2. And yeah, it was not rated very favorably at first, but whoever trusts gaming journalists IGN should have their memories wiped. Yeah, I'm just saying this. I do not trust IGN a lot of the time because a lot of their opinions are, dude. Like oh my god, what game was it? What game was it that they said was freaking... I forgot. But, yeah, they said, like, I think they said a certain game was what? An unpleasant trip down, like, memory lane or whatnot. I'll trust Ace's opinion on games 100%, of course. I wouldn't do that. Some people would argue that I have a, very skewed gaming taste. So, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily trust don't really put your trust in myself, but hey, you do you. Oh my god. But yeah, when it comes to IGN, I totally forgot what I was saying like a few freaking seconds ago. Truly, I'm sorry, truly should get skewed moment right there. Oh god, yeah. Again, I don't trust IGN a lot of the time because a lot of their opinions are just... Bro's got all... I've said this numerous times. I have the memory of a friggin' goldfish. I'm not gonna be surprised if, you know, like when I'm 80, I can't even remember my own like first name. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Oh god.
Actually, AAA video game stories are some pretty droll, uninspired garbage featuring like the most insipid millennial-ass writing ever. And I do not hesitate to skip a cutscene.
Alright, I will say this, because, you know... Oh, excuse me. This little image right here. I will say this. Forspoken is definitely... that was really bad. That was rough, dude. Oh, God. All I'm gonna say about Forspoken, it's a video game. You could play it. I just wouldn't recommend it. We won't forget when we're on our deathbed and we hear someone talk about how we're gonna be a month. Oh, God. I can only just imagine. Forspoken got me speaking bad about it.
And I do not hesitate to skip a cutscene. And if I don't even have the option to skip a cutscene, that's an immediate C sanitary rating for come on. Which is an interesting thing when it comes to reviews, right? One critic is going to place way more importance and weight on certain qualities versus another critic, story being a huge point of contention for many. So Shadow of War gets a lot of lower scores than Shadow of Mordor because of a shitty story and bloated size. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that stuff because it's not why I'm here. I'm here to kill funny orcs. I'm not here to 100% every game I play. Get a job. And that's great.
Yeah, not a lot of us care about this story. A lot of us just care about, you know, killing goblins and zombies and freaking you know, extraterrestrials and whatnot. Not a lot of us care about the story, right? Is that a weird thing for me to say? That a lot of us just care about the action, not, you know, the backstory. Like the backstory about, you know, the action. I don't think it's a weird thing to think about. A lot of us just care about, you know, blasting zombies and goblins and, you know, friggin' what's it called? For a second there, my PNG just stops reacting. I don't know why.
And your gears, this actually sort of is my job. Obviously, in a perfect world, you should get great gameplay and story, but if you
yeah, it's a healthy balance. Like, you know, if it's got great gameplay and a great story, yeah, it's gonna be a great game. Keep the action and story good, so when you come back to the game for the story, you'll be met with peak. You'll be met by. I'm sorry. When it comes to reading, I'm just really bad. You'll be met by peak like it's gameplay. Yeah, I agree, 100%. I mean, you know, that's what I'm saying. Keep a healthy balance in between gameplay and story. I think you know, a good example of that is Halo 3. I mean, you know, you're coming off a blockbuster story in Halo 2. And, you know, the gameplay in Halo 2 was freaking phenomenal. And now you got Halo 3. Wait. Bro's not passing reading subtitles with this one. Yeah. I'm really bad with, oh, God. I'm getting sidetracked. What I was saying was, yeah, like, you're coming off of Halo 2, and now you got Halo 3, you know, in which they told like an amazing story to cap off the trilogy, right? You know, you had Halo 1 story, great starting to a, you know, phenomenal game series. You had Halo 2, next step up, massive success. Now you have Halo 3, the chef's kiss, perfect cap off to a trilogy. Just saying. We're still waiting on Chess 2 for real. Yeah, that reminds me. That just reminds me of, if PC's so good, why isn't there a PC 2? Still a valid point though. Look, for the people of the PC Master Race, if PC's so good, why is there PC 2? Why isn't there PC 2? Huh? Can't answer that question, can ya? We got PC 2. It's the handheld PC like Steam Deck. Oh god. Oh shoot. Okay. Or you consider them as spin-offs. Yeah. Steam Deck exists. I'll say that. At some point I did want to get a Steam Deck, but you know, as time has progressed and I see the price, and bro, I think last time I saw it, it was like, what, $900 for a Steam Deck? Like, bro, you gotta be kidding me, dude. $900 for a handheld device. Oh my god. So yeah, I immediately said, yeah, no thank you. No thank you. I'll stick to playing on Xbox. When your Steam Deck runs better than your PC. I mean, keep in mind, I am on like I'm on what people would consider a work laptop, not really necessarily meant for gaming, and I still play games like friggin' Stellaris and Hearts of Iron. So, yeah, oh god, my sinuses are killing me, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I'm just saying, my rig definitely runs a lot better than like, well, not a lot better, just it runs, is what I'm getting at. Steam Deck is powerful. It's powerful, so the price is logical. I mean, like, I suppose, but at the same time, there are gaming PCs that are a lot cheaper than friggin' the Steam Deck. Are they better? Not really. I wouldn't say so, but yeah, there are definitely rigs that are a lot cheaper than friggin'. It runs better than the laptop. It runs better than the Mac laptop trying to game. Bro, I forgot who said it, but I agree 100%. Mac OS is not a gaming OS, pretty much. Like, if you want to get a Mac and you want to game, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Like, the Mac, from what I gathered, the Mac is mainly used for just like, you know, work related things. Like, you know, if you're a content creator, it's a great OS for editing, freaking, you know, managing stuff like audio and whatnot. If you want to do gaming, then Windows is the way to go. And Mac OS is 70% more expensive than the Steam Deck. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Oh my god! Like, regardless. What was the point? I forgot the point I was trying to prove. Jesus Christ. Leaving Linux in the dark for real. I don't know who uses Linux. Freaking, yeah, I don't know who goes out of their way to use Linux. Like, you can argue that it's a lot safer than Windows, but hey. Steam Deck, oh yeah, I forgot. Linux is, Steam Deck is Linux based. I totally forgot about that. Oh my god. I've totally forgot. But yeah, I let's just get back into this.
Realistically, don't expect a Tarantino-level screenplay every time you boot up your Xbox 5. Suddenly, a lot of those 7s are actually starting to look like 8ers or 9ers. Hey, yo, Niner, we got a 319. Dying Light is such a fun and unique blend of fluid movement and zombie combat, and it absolutely nails both of those core features. It just feels really good to play. But check the critical reviews, and it's a lot of 7s, pointing out a shitty story, which it is, with shitty characters, which they are, and repetitive story objectives lacking real player motivation, which they do if...
I don't know, like, I've only ever heard good things about Dying Light. So I can't necessarily validate any of this, because, again, I have not played Dying Light. Whoever says Dying Light is... Whoever saying... Oh, God. Okay. Whoever said Dying Light is not good, check out your bed every night. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Oh my god.
If it's good, your main reason for playing the game is the riveting story. If you're here to kill zombies and be terrified while running around nighttime with your friends, the only objective you need is an icon on the map saying, "Come get y'all juice." Okay, but now look at Dying Light 2, which...
Oh my god. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people who play like games like Dying Light and Dead Island, and Dead Island, mainly just want to kill zombies. Like, they're not... A lot of them aren't really checking in for, like, the story. A lot of them just want to kill zombies, pretty much. So, yeah. I'm not saying that, like... I'm not saying, like, everybody... I'm not saying, like, everybody who plays these games, is, freaking invested in just killing zombies. A few of them do care about the story, but... a lot of people are just there to kill zombies. Dying Light is peak, more so because you could kill zombies with your friends. Yes, I think the same thing is with Dead Island 2. Well, Dead Island 1 and 2, pretty much, because, yeah, you can kill zombies with, I think up to, like, I forgot what Dying Light, so, it's either, like, up to 2 or 4. For not Dying Light, for Dead Island. So yeah, you could tag along with a friend and just kill zombies in Dead Island, or Dying Light. Yeah, you can do it with the boys, and also kill bad humans too. Yeah, pretty much. I think in Dead Island you can only exclusively kill zombies, but hey, still a lot of fun. Still a lot of fun. The hardest thing for that is to get a friend first. Yeah, I have people on my Xbox friends list. I don't even know why I added them, because not a lot of them speak to me, number one. Number two, everybody's playing a completely different game, so I don't necessarily have a lot of the boys with me. So, yeah. Unfortunate for me.
Which also received a lot of 7s. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of the same reasons as the first game. But for me, 2 was a disappointment for different reasons. The satisfying ragdolls from the first game were just fully absent, and it just didn't feel as good to kill zombies in this game, which, along with doing cool jumps, I do so just very much love.
This message has been taken down by Nintendo. I can't advocate pirating games, but I mean, let's be honest, with the route that Xbox is going down, with now there's going to be a fully digital Series X. It just seems like Microsoft is trying to phase out their physical media. I mean, obviously you'll still have access to the physical media Series X. And if you're a PlayStation player, there's obviously the PlayStation 5. But it just seems like physical media is just like now being phased out completely. I mean, would a gaming company resell a game that you loved playing as a kid? A game that released in 2005, and for example, and that game is obscure or something. Yeah. Dude, Nintendo really goes hard at freaking ROM distributors, and especially like emulators like Dolphin. And to play devil's advocate, they do have the right to do that. Like 9 times out of 10, it is their intellectual property. I mean, like I would understand if you know there was like somebody distributing a ROM of, say, Tears of the Kingdom or freaking Metroid Dread. Like, yeah, they would have to do something because they need to make money off of like those games. Those are more or less like recent titles. But for somebody that wants to play a legacy title like freaking the OG Super Mario RPG or freaking Star Fox 64, yeah, it becomes a real freaking. It becomes a real problem because they're not reselling those games pretty much. Like one of the only ways you could get them is, you know, find the piece of original hardware, which I'm gonna give you a little insight. Nobody's like, they're not reselling the Nintendo 64 or the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. They're not doing that. So if you want one of those, you have to find one on eBay, which, you know, God, dude, they price the crap out of those things nowadays. Like, I dare you to find an N64 or an SNES that's like freaking under freaking like $300. It's just like, it's not possible, dude. They can go hard like that. And beds. Oh my god. Damn it, dude. I honestly hope you stay. Oh my god. And that's why pirating or emulating those old Nintendo games are necessary for keepsaking. Yeah. I agree 100%. Imagine buying an old Nintendo system for $10,000. Yeah. You either have to be, as you said, an absolute glazer, or you have to be a diehard fan of like nostalgic video games. You gotta have like you gotta have an entire wall of freaking old school gaming consoles and games. Like, you gotta be an avid game collector to actually spend that much on something like an SNES or freaking Nintendo 64. It's crazy, man. It is crazy how expensive those are. And I mean, rightfully so, because like, how many working ones do you think there are in the actual, like, out there in the wild? I'm gonna say this: not a whole lot, most likely. I like keeping my goofy side a secret and let people lower their guard. I mean, you got me.
A cool jump. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to find out what happens to generic 20-something male game protagonist who mysteriously sounds like every other f***ing 20-something male game protagonist in every game ever. I love skateboarding, and I also love games that have a high skill ceiling and take some time to master, you know, like Super Smash Bros. Melee or Big Buck Hunter Arcade Nude Mod Texture Pack. So you take a skate simulator like Skater XL or Session, both games that reviewed very poorly. I mean, I'm talking more like 5 or 6 out of 10 because of the price, the bugs, the difficulty, the lack of a true single-player campaign, all totally valid reasons. But at the same time, I have played them this much, and I have to—
Hold on, but bruh, you put 195 hours in Skater XL. Oh my god, that's dedication, man. That's dedication. Playing nude mods in front of the homies until tell them it's accurate to the lore. Oh my lord. Oh dear god. That was a good one.
Deduce that Session is actually the much better game. One man's trash is another man's virtual tech deck that I can play for hours and hours on end, giving myself my own objectives and challenges, much like a baby that just took your phone and found the settings app. At the end of the day, What even is a review score but an arbitrary number that some person online just chose and said, yeah, I know that's right? Why is it so deeply rooted in our caveman brains to assign rankings to everything and pit everything against each other with tier lists and top 10 lists? Restaurants, movies, video games, people. Are you a 7 out of 10? Am I a 7 out of 10? This video title isn't even an original thought. This person wrote about the exact same concept before I did, and this person wrote about it before they did. Are we all just doing and saying the same things? Does any of this even matter? Are we purely defined by the numbers that assess us?
I put Ace below me. The source is Wikipedia. Yeah. But that's just like part of like who we are as like people, essentially. We just put one thing higher on the pedestal than another. That's just how it is, essentially. And you know, like with that being said, friggin' what was it? Jesus Christ. Oh man, God, what was I going to say? Yeah, that's my thing though. I'll get philosophical at one moment. I'll try to get philosophical, and then I'll forget my point entirely. Oh my God. Okay, actually remembered. Yeah, like a while back, like, I think it was in like the freaking 80s or 90s, somebody said that there are no original ideas left in the world. I forgot who said it, but yeah. I mean, there are some points to that. Granted, you know, you listen to a lot of music like I do. Like the amount, like dude, the amount of freaking chord progressions and whatnot for like music, like the amount of chord progressions that are repeated by different bands, kind of supports that. But again, I still think there are some ideas that have not fully been thought of or like fully been mastered, essentially. But I get what people say when they repeat that sentiment that freaking there are no original ideas left. That's because it's so hard to think of something that has never been done before. Like, and that goes for like anything, essentially. That could go for game development. Yeah. Ace showing off a true president moment for real. Oh my God. An idea of me sleeping on the Please don't do that. Please don't sleep under my bed. Oh my God. Dude, if you do take up residency under my bed, I have to warn you that there's a gremlin that also lives under there. He feeds off of expired cheese puffs and old lollipops that have been matted to the freaking carpet. You know, they have hair on them, so if you want to sleep under my bed, you might have to contend with him to get food. I mean, you know, he's a pretty chill guy, but for other grounds, yeah, he doesn't really do a lot for me. He just lives under my bed and eats, you know, expired cheese puffs and lollipops with hair on them. But you know, he's still a pretty chill dude. We play cards every once in a while.
This video gets less views. This video gets more views. YouTube won't let me forget the numbers, Mason. Nothing is real, Mason. What's the point of anything if it's all actually mid? Maybe we should all just play Wildlands in this bar. Yeah, that sounds good. But maybe the magic was lurking in the mid all along. Is the beauty of our daily lives actually sourced in the mundane moments we deem to be seemingly unexceptional? Maybe the truly exceptional moments are the ones special and
we are all children here. Oh my God.
individually unique to us. The things that we like, even if this one chronically online Yoga Ball gamer said it made them want to Ubisoft connect their foot to ass.
YouTubers trying to be philosophical at the end of a video.
Maybe everything was a 7 all along. I'd be okay with that. A 7 feels most accurate when reviewing our collective experience on this blue orb.
Yeah, keep in mind... What just happened? Was that just a random black screen, or I don't know what happened there. But keep in mind, dude, just because a game, and it's not just for a game. Just because a game or a movie or a TV show or a book or a song, just because it's rated 7 out of 10 doesn't mean it's terrible. Like, that's what a lot of people don't understand. Just because something is not rated a 10 out of 10 or 9.5 out of 10, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a terrible game. Hell, a lot of my favorite games, a lot of my favorite shows, a lot of my favorite movies are 7 out of 10s or 6 out of 10s. It doesn't necessarily have to be everybody's cup of tea. You could have, you know, you could like what you like. Other people cannot like what you like. That's just the way of the world. You can't appease everybody. I've learned that the hard way because, you know, I've learned that the hard way through, God, like my 3 years in content creation. Like, I can't appease everybody, essentially. But, you know, for the people that I, you know, I do draw in, I try to, you know, I try to do this for them. Big facts. Yeah. 100%. You can't be everybody's favorite person, but you could try to be like most people's favorite person. Damn, I should get that plastered. I should get that plastered on, you know, a plaque. Oh my god. That's like content creation 101. Pleasing everybody is going to drive you insane. Yeah. I mean, you can't be like the every YouTuber or the every streamer. You have to stick with one sort of thing, and you have to stick with one sort of thing, or, you know, experiment with certain things and see what, you know, sticks, essentially. That's what I'm doing with reaction content right now. I'm experimenting with it to see if this will actually stick. Granted, I may return to gaming at some point. I don't necessarily know when, but hey, if I do, I know that not everybody's going to watch it, but hopefully there will be some people that. But why not do? Oh, that's a very good question. I mean, why not? Why don't I do both? I don't know. I'm just one-track minded, pretty much. Let's just finish this up, because
It's mostly good with a little bit of trash sprinkled on top for good measure. A 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Thank you for watching my video, brought to you by Ball Creative. First merch drop pre-orders should be shipping out around now, this video, at the time of this video going up, so expect that. Comment your favorite 7 out of 10s. Oh my god, he's gonna do it again. Is he here right now? Is he stand up, or is he in your chair right now? Comment below, rate, subscribe, fuck that bell up. Just bless up till you dress up. Is he here right now? Is he stand up, or is he in your chair right now? Got that out of the way. Truffle butter on your pussy. I'll eat it in the morning.
Oh my god. Okay, that's enough of that. That was a solid video, though. That was a very solid video. Definitely subscribing to that one. He's spitting bars. Oh my god. Oh boy. All right. Well, here's the link to video right here.